All Castle Games. We got games for your rec room and more. Give us a call today. We got it all.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the Guardians of the Galaxy from Stern Pinball. And already we have found a problem. Before I even got this thing together, I found one of our bolt holes is stripped. So when you put the bolt in and turn it, it just it strips out. So let me, I'll show you a little bit more detail what's happening. So we're going to have to go inside and change that plate on a brand new game, which I'm not happy about. And we'll take a look and see what the problem is. So let's get started. Alright, we got the play field out. You can see the plate right there. It's hard to kind of see in this video, but the top one is definitely stripped. Let's, looks like I'm going to have to remove some screws. Maybe they got some paint in there or something. I don't know. So 3 screws, we'll take that out and then we'll see what's going on. Alright, right away it comes really clear why we're having problems. This is what they have in there to hold the legs in. As you can see, it's just a piece of sheet metal that's been kind of tapped a few threads. And it's very easy to strip this. In contrast, this is what should be in there. You can see the amount of threads in the old days. So Stearns went from something like this to something like this. And it's super easy to strip this. There's almost no surface area for that, for the screws to be here to maybe 2 turns. And it's just cheap metal that's basically punched through. Just for what this costs, they should at least put this in there. The legs are an important part of the game. This is actually kind of unacceptable if you ask me, especially for a game that's supposed to be operated on the street. This is a brand new game and it's already been stripped. In 20 years I've never stripped pinball legs in my life, so this is a first. I don't know if the person that set it up before us did or what, but this cheapness is fine in some areas, but when it comes to bolting the damn legs on, they shouldn't cut corners, if you ask me. So this is kind of a fail for them. So we're going to put this one in there. I probably should actually upgrade all of them. It's sad that I have to do that. So let me put this one in there and we'll come back. So what I'm doing here is I am threading the bolts through this side. And if you can see inside here, we got the threading started just to make sure everything lines up real nice. And then I'll secure the plate. And hopefully at least this leg will be fixed. So Stern Pinball, if you're listening, this cheap crap right here, come on. Unacceptable, especially if you want these to be on the route. So I'll go ahead and secure this thing and then we'll come back. Alright, I got the leg secured. Excuse me. And I got it bolted through. It's on there nice and tight now. No faulty plates. So it makes me wonder about the rest of the legs on these games. Definitely a wake-up call for all you Stern people. Other than that, this game is decent. I haven't found any other problems with it. It's just the matter of putting the bolts on was the problem. So I haven't done a detailed overview of this thing yet, but overall it seems pretty solid that way. So there you go. There's a lot going on and stuff like that. I'll go over it in a few minutes. Let's go over the game real quick. I'll put it all back together and then we'll go over it. All right, here we got Guardians of the Galaxy from Stern Pinball. We got the most up-to-date code on there. This game runs on Stern Spike 2. And take a look inside the back box here. To get inside the back box on Spike 2, you just have to use this key, and this opens right up. Gets you good access to the monitor, and then you can lift up the marquee. And there you go, you have Spike 2. They have an upgraded video card, same sort of size board, but they have a huge heat sink over the video card now. And then a more advanced video output. We have the same power supply, power distribution, but I do like this a lot better, where you can nicely get in there like that. So, other than that, the playfield is similar to a few other games. Be it Metallica or Iron Man. You have this Groot guy right here, and his mouth will open up, and you can lock balls in there. We have this orb thing with a sort of a lock behind it drop target there. We have a kickback in the rocket kickback. We have a couple of ramps left and right. We have something similar to Metallica where they have a shooter lane over here and a target. And then also similar to Metallica, there's a scoop on this side. And so it's overall, it's not a bad game. I think it's pretty fun. I don't have a Metallica in our, we never got one of those. So to me, it's new. For a lot of people, it's not. So I understand when people are complaining. One thing they also changed when they went to Spike 2 was they added a larger start button. So there's a few, that cabinet change at the back box with the LCD, obviously, and then the larger start button. So let's take a look at the underside of the playfield. All right, if we look underneath the playfield, we have our standard node board system, flipper mechanisms, custom light matrices, all connected with the node boards. A few connectors coming off. A lot more of these custom lamp boards than there used to be, if you ask me. I only see 2 node boards on here. It seems like they've reduced the number. I think in the past we've had more node boards. I think there's one down here, and then there's just the one at the top there. So that's kind of interesting. So I did notice looks like they've added some shielding here, which I don't remember seeing before, for the switch and for this coil. And then with the node boards, they've also added the power line modification and a modification to one of the transistors, which is hard to see. I really don't want to push this stuff around. You can sort of see it in there, because the pads on these were not strong enough to hold that transistor. So they kind of just wire tied it to another one. Right here we have the motor for Groot, his mouth, and then down here is another trough that holds the balls. I think it holds up to like 4. And then there's a coil that kicks there you go, see it actuated because I touched it. So pretty simple stuff. There's another smaller little board here. What they call this. Something to do with the lights. Definitely. Okay, I see this is a motor controller. Right here, this is the motor controller for the motor. Interesting. Definitely, we have the one magnet, and that's driven by, I don't know what that's driven by. And that goes directly to the node board, maybe. It's kind of interesting that we're down to like 3 node boards. There's the cabinet node board, and then just the 1 and 2. So they've streamlined the lighting a bit. We have our chintzy cabinet speaker. Not much else has changed inside here. I think maybe they added this. I don't think so. Other than that, obviously the problem with the plates. So overall, not too shabby, but you know, it's not very much underneath here. So there you go. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'll play a few games quick, and then we're gonna head off. I'll play a quick game in this, but this is probably not the best camera view. I don't know if you can even see this if I get up in here. There are a lot better streams on the internet to watch this with, but we'll play a quick game real quick. You can select a few different characters. Not a whole lot of difference right now, I don't think.
Not what I'm talking about.
Apparently I've completed the pod race, so I can't do that one anymore. Sure.
Skill shot. You destroyed my life by killing my wife and daughter.
Right now it's going to spit on the balls out.
Drop the device into your cell or we will open fire.
Apparently we didn't finish that.
Was it you who sent the message? You murdered my wife, and you murdered my daughter.
One of them. This is his fault. What does that think we can take on Ronan in his new job?
I'm an idiot. Idiot. All the anger, all the rage was just to cover my loss.
These guys suffer, so I'm sure they'd love to return through Gamora. I'll give it less than a day. The guards, won't she? They don't get what we do to each other inside.
I don't care what happens now. I'm finally free.
Check out the new meat. I'm gonna slather you up in Ganavian jelly and go to town.
See here! This one here! Booty! You want a piece? You go through us! Or, more accurately, we go through you! No problem at all.
How do you know about this?
Even sure what it is. It's a Joker. I'm just exploring.
You don't look like a Joker. Why do you
Peter Quill. Dude, chill out. Listen, baby. No mountain high. Not enough, baby.
Call me no matter
Don't worry, baby.
Well, there you go. That's a little bit of a look at Guardians of the Galaxy Pinball Machine. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then give me some comments below. Have a great one.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You can also support us on Patreon or TeePublic.